Let's make an easy journal page with very limited supplies. And this is in my junk journal, and this journal's been made out of scraps and trash, and I use a lot of found objects when I make things. This is from my new pillows, and I took the tag off and I glued it on there. And this is from a grocery store advertisement that came in, and I found these on my desk and I'm just gluing them on there. This is a great way to put things somewhere and not put them in the trash, to add them to art. And I feel like putting this onto the page also adds elements of depth and layering on it. A lot of times people aren't really sure how to layer, and this is a start to layering. If you put down a found page with trash and junk and cutouts, you already have one layer down. And I'm going through my paint and I'm just pulling some out, and I'm simply putting dots on the page. I don't use a palette or anything. I just put it directly on there. And you can see I started with the green as sort of this center focal point, and I did blue around it. And I'm putting this brown down, sort of a representation of a table, very loose. It doesn't look like a table yet, but it's the beginning. It's the start of it. And I'm just going through, I'm adding those colors into it, mixing it up a little bit, blending it a little bit so that the colors sort of fade and bleed and weave into each other. And you can see I've put down some dabs of red. So with a green marker, I'm doing very loose shapes, sort of scratchy shapes to represent the leaves. And now I'm going through and just doing little circle swirls in black. And again, this is a representation. This is obviously not a realistic looking bouquet, but at the end, it does give the vibe of a bouquet. And I'm taking a marker and I'm going around the red blotches that I put down, and I'm doing a swirl. No, I'm doing a circle, and then I'm doing a small circle and then a big circle. So super easy techniques. Like, this does not require a lot of skill, a lot of talent. Like, if you can literally hold a pen in your hand, you can make this easily. I'm using a black marker for the vase, and what I've done is I've done a circle, and I'm just filling it in. And I'm also leaving a space there where I'm not going to color in, and that's going to represent the highlight on the vase. So this is just so relaxing to sit there and just color in all this black. Like, it's just very, very relaxing. All of this ends up being like a form of meditation for me. Just this very relaxing, whatever comes out, comes out. I'm not worried about what it's gonna look like. I'm not making it for anybody. This is just to move my hands, to get my brain working, to just sort of get this relaxing moment. And I'm putting down a shadow there, and since the highlight is on the right side of the vase, that means that the shadow will be cast on the left side of the vase. So it's a light shadow. It's not even, very noticeable, but it's there. Your eye will pick it up. And I'm taking a marker and I'm just going down and making like a little outline on the bouquet. And it wasn't dark enough, so I decided to go in. I think this is just a writing pen, maybe a marker. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I think it's a ballpoint pen. So again, very simple supplies. You don't have to have a lot of, fancy art supplies, because creativity can happen with anything that you have around you. And I'm going in and coloring some green just to fill in some of those empty spaces. And you can see I'm not even really doing it everywhere. I'm just sort of haphazardly throwing this green onto the paper. And now that I've got this page pretty much done, I start to look at the page next to it, and it's not the same size, because this is part of the beauty of junk journal, is that you have all sorts of strange and weird things happening. And it's not the same size, but I decide I'm gonna make a spread. I glued on some extra scraps, including a post office sticker. Get creative.